Hello, good morning, and welcome home to the question, what is Blocky Dungeon? Blocky Dungeon is a game that was created by someone by the name of SquareDev. I get the feeling it's a singular development due to the fact that no one else is listed, and it brings directly to their own Twitter. Aside from that, it seems to have started development in late summer, early fall of 2019. Planned release date was back in 2021. In the summer, however, there appear to have been some health complications, and originally the game was called 4-Block Dungeon before becoming Blocky Dungeon as we know it today. The developer seems to be primarily focused on the art assets and sort of generally more of an artist than a programmer, judging by what they offer as a commission.
Hello there.
But aside from that, let's just get into this. So, Blocky Dungeon is a game that... Well, it's interesting. It's a Tetris-based, turn-based strategy sort of game. You have a certain amount of AP and a certain amount of movement and things along those lines. Now, before we get into anything else, there's something that I need to cover because it's a mild annoyance, but it's enough that it aggravates me. Now, what you'll hear right now is me frantically moving my mouse around my pad. And what you won't notice is a mouse showing up on the board. And that'll be because, as you can see, this game is currently keyboard and gamepad only, which is aggravating for menuing because it means that you have to use controls here. Aside from that, there's the settings menu, sound effects, music, which is nice. I'd like a slider for overall volume, if that was possible. Aside from that, there's video, which is all the way from very low to ultra. Unfortunately, I have no idea what that means, as there's no sort of identification on whether or not that is increasing the polygons of the creations, increasing textures, anything along those lines. There is a setting for increasing your resolution, decreasing your resolution, which is nice. Automatically updates as well, which is fun. VSync, things along those lines, on or off. One thing that is notable is there's a rather impressive amount of languages for various different users. Aside from that, you have your controls laid out. There's multiple ways to control this game. Play around with them, figure out which one you use the best. I currently use the two hands controls, it's the default, and it works out pretty well, at least in my mind. So, let's just get into this and I'll start talking about such things. So, the way that this game works is that with your right hand you're using sort of the Tetris menu, right? Up changes your rotation, left, right, and then down. You can also press shift to instantly lock it to the floor. As such. Now, monsters move too, and they generally move in the direction that they're moving. So let's say I go here, you do 1 damage. As you increase something, if you kill it to the exact amount of HP, it increases your attack power, as you can see there. Now, your attack power can decrease all the way to 0 on any hit that is not a perfect hit. Now, what does all that mean? So, what that means is that you end up with a game where you are sort of sitting here and trying to puzzle together how it is exactly that you're going to be killing things. Now, if you kill things in a sort of order, I suppose, like I'll get 2 XP here, get another kill, and then you'll see I have something called a kill streak. That will increase the amount of XP I gain when I do end up killing something. More than that, you'll see that this runs off of an AP session and action points. That'll be your green bar. Health, obviously, is your hearts. XP is the yellow bar. When your yellow bar or your XP fills all the way up, you gain additional health, additional XP, things along those lines. Now, why in the world am I letting my dungeon develop so much? I hear you ask. Why am I not just finishing all this off? Actually, better question, how do you finish things off? Well, let me provide you with an answer. You are able to finish things off Let's do it this way. Boom. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to be pressing Control. And that will take all of the lines connected to the one that I'm on that are currently filled. So that would be all bottom 4 lines. I'll stab the ground. It won't take any AP. And I will have finished all of them off. So the second that I step off of this row, it will disappear. Now, I want something on this row, that yellow bar. So what I'm going to use is I'm going to use one of my hammers. You'll see that just down on the left side to open up terrain. Hammers can be used to either open up a wall, as such, or put down a new one. So I'm going to move. I have an attack power of 6. It's going to be a waste if I lose that. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm greedy. So I'm going to go for the XP here, get that kill. You'll see that I'll reset my sort of movement's not the right word, but oh, that was a waste. I should have waited for that. That'll reset my attack power. And so you end up with a system where you are sort of, as in most tactical games, trying to plan a incredible distance ahead. Now the reason that I did that way is twofold. First, because slimes do no damage, ever, even when you attack them, and they only deal damage by stepping on the green slime behind them. Now, I wanted to beat it to death, obviously, so that I can fulfill my objective, and also I thought if I killed that off and then I stabbed the ground here, I would get 2 rows, therefore increasing my attack power by 3 up to 4, and the creature that was standing there had 4 health. And so, because of that, we had a grand old time. Now, these ghosty boys, I am uncertain of, but it'll show how fighting generally works. If you stab someone and they have more health than you do damage, I currently do 1 damage, they have 2 health, normally, you take damage back. Now, all monsters have the potential to do different amounts of damage. All of the ones that I've encountered so far, including the boss at the end of the campaign, deal only 2. Or deal only 1. I said 2 because I was thinking of that. I should have broken down the wall. I wasted that ability. Big sad. There's a health potion there, so what I can afford to do is I can stab him to death. I have almost no health left. Grab that health potion. Slice that open, and I'm just going to leave that for now. Okay, we're going to dump him there. I'm going to dump you there. That's annoying. Alright, let's... Oh, I'm going to be able to do this here. Let's just finish you off. Okay. Now, if you finish the quest objective, which is what's used in this sort of mode, and then I just have to get to that exit. So we're just going to be cheeky, flop it this way so I can get to the exit right now. Alright, so that's generally how this game sort of works. Problems that I have with this game. 1. There's no rather large sense of progression. For example, let's go to quest select. And then I'm going to back out here to play, and you'll see that there's a shop which will show you different things that you can buy, and you can get gold in-game. However, the way that you get said gold is that it appears randomly, about 1 in every, I'd say, 1 in like every 20 tiles that is given, you get a chance to get gold, and gold only drops 5 coins. So if you want Mr. Golden Knight over here, let's see, I've finished all 4 games, got about 4 gold, but I've had to try 1 mission twice, so it's about 5. We'll round that down to 4, so if you get 5 gold every game, it's 15,000. You can do the math. They are excessively expensive. There's also checking your stats, which is cool. Leaderboards. See. Bestiary to track all the different monsters that you have encountered. Some of these haven't appeared. I don't know why. I imagine you could find them in the endless mode. I have not played that. Aside from that, there is a boss monster. But even with all of that, there's no like oomph. to your feeling of progression. You do the different missions, but there's no like overarching kind of feeling of I am progressing or getting better as a character more than just as a player. Something like a rogue-lite sort of benefit system I think would be interesting, as this is currently just a demo for the game that's not yet currently released. I think that that's all that I have to say, so I wish you well. If you think that this game is interesting or you want to give it a try, it is currently going through the Steam Next Fest demos, and you can find a link to that and also to the Discord page of the game itself in the description. This is Josiah the Nerd signing off, and I wish you all a wonderful